Welcome back to the barn, y'all. I have a collaboration. It is with Mountain Grandma and Yogi Hole Farm, and I'm not real sure. It started out soaping September and then moved into October and on into November, so I'm not sure what the name is. I will look it up and I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. But anyway, thought I'd show you where the goat's milk soap starts that I'm going to make today. Starts with milking. Actually, it starts with breeding the goats, and I don't know dates, but this one got bred and Honeysuckle got bred, give or take, 3 weeks ago. Honeysuckle was a little bit over 3 weeks ago, and she has not come back into heat. Yay! But anyway, I'm going to get these girls milked back in the house and get started on my soap making. And I'm making soap for a friend of mine that goes out and cuts his own firewood, and it's pine where he's at. And he said that pine rosin is here we are in the kitchen. First thing, I write my recipe down on a piece of paper instead of having my book here with all this oil and lye and all that stuff. So, I write it down, what I'm going to do step by step, and then I'm going to get everything measured. I use my digital scale to measure everything. But first, I'm going to go get a long sleeve shirt. I've got my gloves out. I just don't have them out of the box. But all my stirring things. Have my Emerson blender, stick blender, whatever you want to call it, over here. And I will have to move that over here to do that, because I don't know where an extension cord is. But anyway, I'm going to go get my long sleeve shirt. And we're going to get everything measured, and I'll show you and tell you amounts once I get it measured out. Okay, I have 260 grams of my frozen milk and 130 grams of lye. And I'm going to stand back. I don't have my gloves on. And I'm getting my gloves on. I'm a long sleeve shirt on, but gotta have my gloves on. And now I'm gonna start stirring this. I don't have to do it on the scale. And the lye heats up. You want to stand back, or you can do it outside. Some people do it outside. I don't. I have air movement in here. And honestly, I've never really, I mean, yeah, if you got real close to the bowl, you can smell it. But I don't get close to the bowl. We're just going to stir this until all the lye is dissolved and all the milk is melted. It takes a while. I won't make you watch me do this whole process. But you just stir and stir carefully. You can see how it's getting liquidy in the bottom of the bowl right here. Okay, gotta stop this video with my gloves on. Alright, I have 297 grams of lard and 297 grams of coconut oil. I won't put my peanut oil in there yet because I'm going to melt this oil, these two oils, before I add my peanut, which will cool it down some. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's just a couple pieces right there of the lard. We'll stir this around till they have melted. Okay, now I'm going to set this on my scale. Turn it on and it'll tear. And then I need to add 306 grams of peanut oil. It'll tell me as I add. Okay. This is at 91.7. I'm going to keep stirring this even though it's pretty much done and ready to add. This is a little bit too hot because we want it between 80 and 110 for both of these. So we're going to let them sit for a few minutes and cool off. Okay, our temperatures are within range. And I'm going to combine these together and then start mixing them. Get as much as you can out because everything that you leave in that bowl is weight-wise less than what it should be. Okay. Straight into the sink with that. Alright, it's going to be noisy. Trace is not as noisy as I thought it was going to be. Trace is when it kind of starts resembling pudding. You'll be able to have a clump on top. Like if you went like that, it'll stay a line on top. This is where you got to be careful. That was my timer to check the temperature. And I checked before it went off. Don't want to slosh it out. I'm going to try to go high and hope it doesn't slosh. And this immersion blender is strictly used for soap making. It's probably 20 years old. Okay, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll bring you back when it's to trace. Okay, maybe with the light shining in the window. Whoops. Let's try that again. Maybe with the light shining in the window, we'll be able to see that we're getting thick. Not like super thick, but almost to trace. You can see it's starting to. It's starting to. Okay. Paper towel. Lay that on. Okay. Now, I want to take a little bit out. because I want to put it on top. Trying to do a swirl. Alright, now, because I don't know, this may make coffee grounds, they are already brewed and then dehydrated, but it's going to change the color some. I'm going to add a tablespoon. And then I'm going to add my essential oils, which is, where is it? It's 45 grams. And this is citrus and sage. Smells so good. I'm going to get this back in there on low. Maybe not. Kind of overheated probably. It won't go. Bragged on my thing and now it's quit. Tripods are such a pain. Well, there's lots in there. There's my coffee grounds. Alright. Well, looks like we're gonna mix with a spatula. I'm gonna move y'all around back over there where my mold is at, and we'll mix this up. Get a paper towel. Okay. Mix this up. Just kind of want to mix till you no longer see swirls. There we go. Okay. My mold, it looks like it's way too much for the mold, but it's not. This is the tricky part, to hang on to the bowl and pour it into the mold. And hang on to the spatula. Okay, now my bowl's probably light enough that I can handle it now. Mold. That's where you need a third arm. Get as much as you can out, because when you wash your bowl, you don't want the soap to go down your drain and get hard in your drain. Okay. I don't know why these moles do this. Oh my goodness, y'all. Is your daddy home? Hush. Okay. Take my little this color. Yeah, they don't have a fit because you was here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll do a swirl. I'm going to use the other end of the spoon. It may not be much of a swirl, but we will work what we have. There we go. Now, it's got to sit for at least 24 hours, and then we will unmold it and cut it. Okay. Because it will not stay laying flat. I do this anytime I use parchment paper, because now it doesn't roll up. This is the hardest part about making soap, besides cutting it. I can't cut it. My husband has to help me cut it. Okay.
Are you ready?
I don't remember which way we do it. We slide it down, cut one, slide it down, cut one, slide it down. Is that what we do?
We can. That way it stays all this width.
When it gets hard, you can't hardly do it. There we go. And the swirl didn't swirl too much far down in there, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bars. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And this will just be a sample bar. I'll let it cure for 4 weeks. But there you have it. And you can save these little pieces and remake all different colors if you add colors to your soap, which I don't usually add too many colors.